This is Braylon. You are listening to Field Radio. God bless you.
Making disciples of all nations from here to the world. Spirit 94.3.
All right, here we roll, rocking and rolling, 7:51 on a thankful Thursday. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us here on Spirit 94.3. Hope lives here and also on social media. This is Good Morning Huntsville. I'm Rob Hipp, your co-host, along with none other than the Jason Bay. Back in black today, brother.
Yeah, it's good to be here, Rob.
Good to see you, man. We were talking before the show that, you've done a pretty good job, taking care of yourself. Me at 42, man, what's that old song? She let herself go. They ought to say that about me. He let himself go. And I'm slowly on the rehabilitation. I've been saying that, though, for like 5 years, Jason.
No, you're doing good.
I haven't been hitting up the arches as much. So, and man, there is a chemical in that stuff that just makes you addicted to it. And, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Hey, we are here. Welcome in. Do us a favor. Let us know that you're out there. You can text us at 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. You can also comment in if you're on the streams throughout YouTube, Facebook, wherever you may be on Hello Huntsville. Make sure that you text in or comment in. Just like Jamie Saucier saying, good morning, friends. Jennifer Augustinetti saying, good morning. It's a thankful Thursday. Also, Autumn Wheaton joining us. And she is reminding us the journey to Bethlehem. It's never too early. Christmas in July, Jason. Christmas in July.
That's right.
The Journey Through Bethlehem monthly meeting, July the 16th. That's tonight, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Check this out. Italian potluck. Ooh, Italian potluck. Mm-hmm. So don't bring the little smokies with the what is it, with the toothpicks in them. That's not Italian.
No. Meatballs.
Yeah,
with toothpicks in them.
Yeah, that's right. Italian. That's happening tonight. They move around from different churches. I like how they do that tonight at First Christian Church. There at 1801 19th Street. Journey Through Bethlehem. Autumn does a great job. That is always such a great event. And I didn't even think about this, Jason. We always talk about the National Day of Prayer as, the one event that brings all the churches together. And I feel bad about saying that now, because the other event that does here in town is the Journey Through Bethlehem. I forget about that. All the churches in the community come together to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's really a neat thing that they do out there, and it takes a lot of volunteers to get that going. We've been to it several times. The kids always love it.
I want to have a segment on the show one day of like church things that you've done that you wish you hadn't have done in the past.
That might be pretty controversial. I may have to censor myself.
Terrell Owens, get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, we are here, and we appreciate all of you. Check this out. One thing that I love about this show, it doesn't matter if you're 2 years old or 102. We reach people from all across the area, all across the area, all across the world, all different age groups, regions, from different countries. And one thing that I am so excited about is our friend, it's a good friend of you and I, Jason, Miss Molly, is already messaging in through YouTube. Molly, well, that is really loud. Molly has messaged in saying good morning.
Good morning, Molly.
So there you go. And I just got a text message from our great Sam Houston Bearcat coach. He will be with us tomorrow to talk about the Sam Houston Bearcat football auction that's coming up on August the 1st. So they're going to be here tomorrow. They couldn't. I was hoping they'd maybe be able to come today, but they couldn't. So they're going to be here tomorrow to wrap up the week before the dun-dun-dun. That's why I need Josh here. I'm not able to do the sound effects before the dun-dun-dun vacation.
Yeah, I was disappointed Josh isn't here either. I was gonna catch up with him. Now we have a mutual interest, and that is the soccer. Since you're not into it.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yesterday, after I was messing around there and started watching the game, World Cup. Did you see that? England versus Argentina.
Was that the final yesterday?
Not the final, but I know you'll be glad when the final is over, which will be Sunday, by the way.
I'll be glad when next Saturday gets here also.
We'll come back to that one.
Yeah, that's a different day, different discussion.
But yeah, that was quite a entertaining match, and with England and Argentina, England went out with had a 1-0 lead. It was 0-0. I thought of you after the first half.
See,
I was thinking,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, 0-0 after the first half. So, and I didn't watch the first half, so I didn't miss much. And I'll tell you, the game is pretty interesting, but it's only interesting, I think, and I've told you and in the audience here, this is my first year ever really trying to watch it at all. I just tried to make myself watch it, and it's been enjoyable, honestly. But I do think they need to find ways to increase the scoring in the game, because it is pretty deflating to watch it for an hour and a half and no one even come close to scoring a goal.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, I have some news from Central Texas.
I heard about this. Yeah,
in San Antonio yesterday, there was I've always enjoyed Ken's television, KENS, Ken's TV down in San Antonio. There's something special about being in San Antonio. I don't know. It's just the culture, the people. We have a great community here, but I always said if I ever had to live anywhere else, I would love to live in San Antonio. Well, there's some news coming out of San Antonio, some weather-related news. Yesterday, a small tornado actually tore through the metro area. There's a Paladin movie theater that I have been to many times. In fact, I used to drive, Jason, this is a little ridiculous. I used to drive from Georgetown all the way down to San Antonio to go to this movie theater sometimes because the movie theater was so great. We always enjoy the Paladin movie theater. It actually got damaged yesterday in this tornado. The tornado went across I-10. Because it was in a major metropolitan area, there are tons of videos out there on the internet of this little tornado. Luckily, nobody was hurt, but quite a bit of damage. But here's what I'm getting at, and I wanted to share this with our Christian audience here on 94.3 and those across social media or on our Christian station, because this is something that is great. We're Christian media on 94.3, but we want to reach everybody. We don't care where you're at in life. We want to reach you and give you the hope that's only found through Jesus Christ. But Ken's Television, obviously, is TV station, just a regular secular TV station. They're not a TBN, a Trinity Broadcasting Network, none of that. They're just your regular local TV. When this storm was coming through, and by the way, it was at 8 a.m. yesterday. So you think about not only in San Antonio, not only the metro area, but people going to work. There are cars driving, Jason, in San Antonio, and power lines are flashing right in front of them. Some of the videos that are coming in from this. Well, on Ken's Television, a meteorologist there. Did you see this?
No, I didn't.
Meteorologist down there in San Antonio on Ken's TV saw that storm and immediately began praying live on air.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And it was one of the most touching things that I have seen in media like that in a long time. And this morning, he is being praised immensely for being bold in his faith and not wavering from his faith and praying in that moment. And some of the comments, Jason, and I agree with this, they said that those prayers may have saved lives. I think that is so neat. And Jason, this is just yet. Sorry, I got to turn these things off. I've got like messages coming in my ear. Did you hear that? I had to turn the volume down.
I didn't hear it.
I have on these Meta glasses, and they're beneficial now because the lenses are prescription. But the problem is there's speakers right here on them. And every time I get a text message, it talks to me while I'm trying to talk, and I have all this audio. So long story short is we have been seeing this type of movement over the past couple of years here in our nation. And, Jason, it was so neat to see that on local TV. Ken's Television, that meteorologist, deserves a big shout-out this morning.
Yes, and speaking of praying for our brothers and sisters, I hear they're having another round of flooding up there in Uvalde and that area, even where Camp Mystic is again. Now, the water's not rising near as fast as it was before, and there is a lot more preparation in place for the rising water, but they've already had to make some water rescues out there, so we want to remember those people out in the hill country.
Yeah, when I saw this clip yesterday, Jason, I saw it last night actually. When I saw this, I immediately thought that it was probably the flooding. That's what I thought the prayer was.
Yeah.
Had no idea. And then later I would go and see the storm and the tornado that was going through, and I said, well, that just makes sense of what's going on now. So I just thought that was really cool, and we'll post that a little bit later on our Hello Huntsville YouTube page or our Facebook page. Well, Jason, we're kind of in that lull season right now. You know, we're here in July, and from a parent perspective, I'm not there yet with the children taking them to a lot of places. We did make it to Kemah Boardwalk last weekend. Have I talked to you since we went to the Kemah Boardwalk?
No, I just heard you mention it the other day in church.
Yeah, we did that. Have you guys ever been down there?
Yeah, we did years ago.
It is a nice money grab.
Yeah.
Someone had said you got to go into these places with a budget.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy getting advice from people, but sometimes at the end of the day, you can have all the advice in the world and it still ain't going to work out.
No, and they plan it that way, Rob, because the way they get you, the way they get us always is on the food.
Whenever you guys showed up with the family, they pointed at you and they go, gotcha.
Yeah, here we go. Get out the credit card.
So we did that, but it was a lot of fun, and we have some neat videos. I used the Meta glasses, by the way, to record a lot while I was there. It actually turned out really cool.
Awesome.
So I was recording my daughter. She got in the big swing that spins. She didn't even flinch.
Wow.
She's tall enough to be able to do some of those rides now.
Yeah.
And here I am, and I won't do that. I don't do those rides, man.
I can't do a ride like that either, Rob. The ones that kind of go. The ones that like go somewhere, I can do, but like if it just goes in a circle or spins, oh man, it just gives me such a headache.
I don't trust those rides because you hear the horror stories on social media, especially the ones that take you up and then just drop you right away.
Yeah.
And they have that. What are the Scream Tower type rides? Have you ever did one of those?
Yeah, I have. And we used to go to Six Flags in Dallas and take the kids up there. And we used to go with the youth group. The youth group, you would go every year, and I'd have to drive the bus, so I'd have to go. So we'd go up there, and we've done that many times. But the last time we went, it was so incredibly hot. I think everybody, when we got back on the bus at the end of the day, everybody was like, never again. So I don't think it's been a couple of years since we've been. But yeah, I've ridden the one that just drops, and a lot of times I ride it out of necessity. You know, one of the kids wants to ride, nobody will ride it with him, so I get on there.
So in your mind, your first thought is, here we go.
Yeah. Let's get this over with.
So it brings up a discussion I did want to have here in this first segment, and then we'll take a break, and we'll stay on the radio because we have some very important news you can use today.
Yes, we do.
But I did want to ask people and ask our audience out there this morning. We're in the middle part, almost the latter part of July, which means here we go. School's going to be right around the corner.
Yep.
But in this moment, is it valid to say there's still a lot of summer left? And what do you do in these final weeks of summer? What is that family vacation? What is that family planned event that you could do? One of them, and we're not promoting any of these, but you think about in this area, we have our beautiful state parks, but it is hot. It is hot. And I guess the pool is open back at the Huntsville State Park. It's been open for a while, right? The swimming area.
Yeah, the swimming area. Yeah, it's not a pool, but it is a swimming area. That they keep it open, and it's nice to go. It's something different. And then of course our pool area here, the city did a good job with that, and lots of people I've passed by there. Lots of people enjoying that through the summer. I don't know. It is hot, like you said. I mean, it's hard to get outside to do something, but we run into the same issue. I think that our school starts August the 11th, so we don't have much summer left.
That's super early.
Yeah, it really is.
But do y'all get out? Richards is what you're talking
about,
right?
No, they went to a 4-day week, and so they have to start earlier, and they go the same length of time, and it really is. It sounds good on paper, but it's really not that great for us because those Fridays, you go Friday, you're off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Obviously, those 3-day weeks for the kids, it's a long time, and then Monday is like starting all over, getting them up and getting them back in the routine. It's not, and then I can only imagine for like my wife she stays home, so it's not as big a deal. But think if you had to work like you and Bridget every day. I mean that Friday would be a problem every single week.
Yeah, that was my question. I was just about to ask you because so many schools have moved to it, and in theory, it sounds great. And if you are a parent that has a job like Bridget's been working 12+ hour shifts this week, so she's going to be off tomorrow. So if she had that kind of schedule, man, that would be great. But a lot of people don't, and her schedule isn't consistent. Mine, I'm always here on Friday. I love being here. I don't say that negative. In fact, I would joke around, but I'm serious. If I could have like a little corner area over here with a little bed and a lamp, and I told Bridget, we'll just move the family over here to the church, because I love being up here.
Yeah.
But I wonder how families do make it, because there's the added expense now. If you do have a job and you don't have family, you've got to find childcare somewhere.
Yeah. And we used to, we're off on Fridays. So our 2 day, Friday and Saturdays are our day off. We work on Sunday, obviously.
And say that lightly, the quote off.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So Kim and I used to always take Friday and do the grocery shopping or do the things that we needed to get done or just sleep in. But now that the kids are off on Friday, it makes even that harder, just being able to have one day to get some stuff done around the house without the kids being there. But yeah, August the 11th. So summer is quickly winding down, and it's already in the hot part of the summer. So
that's 3 weeks away.
I know.
It doesn't seem like it, does it?
It's crazy how quick the summer has gone by.
Well, there's still some opportunities. One place that we've always wanted to go, and I said this earlier, I didn't lead into it yet, but I'm not promoting it, but the Hurricane Harbor, have you guys ever been to that, the water park there in spring?
Yes, we did years ago.
What is that? Is that pretty good?
Well, I don't want to. So what we found is, we went. Now this has been years ago. They may have changed it, but we probably went when our kids were. It's probably been 10 years since we've been there, or more maybe. And then we went before that, and it wasn't bad. But the last time that we went, it seemed like, they have these season passes that you can buy. Well, what we found is a lot of parents were taking their teenage kids and just dropping them off there. And so you had an enormous amount of teenagers there, and a lot of them were kind of causing problems, and just, we saw like fight,
Not
breakout,
family friendly.
It was just not kid friendly. It was more teenager ran, you know what I'm saying?
UFC.
And then you had and the cussing and that sort of thing, and then you have teenagers running the rides too, and so their friends are there, and it was kind of like the inmates running the asylum. But
if you guys are out there listening behind a wall, you know what we're talking about.
So it was. That was the last time we went. Let me just put it that way. But I think there's other. So we're going up to Dallas this weekend to check out. Well, my son lives up there, and we have a funeral we have to go to. So we're driving up there Friday. We're staying the night Friday, and we're coming back on Saturday, so we can be here for church on Sunday. But so we're going up there and visiting my son, but we just got one night in a hotel, and we decided we're going to check out that Great Wolf Lodge up there. And that's pretty high, but you get the water park included, and it is mainly it's families. That's kind of their way of kind of getting that teenage group that can cause some problems, kind of out, because you have to stay the night, and then your parents have to, somebody over 18 has to be there, obviously, and so it is mainly just families.
Yeah, I'm not a huge water park guy.
Neither am I.
I just think about
I know what you're saying.
people and water and it's hot outside and all that kind of stuff, and it's just not a good mixture.
You're just hoping for lots of chlorine, right?
You're hoping that you make it back home without being sick the next day. Because I'm telling you, after chemo, the next day, Sunday, right after church, man, I started feeling rough. And I said, no, please. I thought for sure that the stomach, but I mean, every fiber in me, when you start to get that pain under the rib that doesn't happen unless I had the pain under the rib. And I said, oh, no, man, I'm not ready for this. And I prayed, and by the grace of the good Lord, he's always faithful. I prayed, I said, Lord, please. And I'm telling you, within an hour, it went away. But I was certain. I was certain that that's what it was. Man.
I had that, Rob, about 3 weeks ago. I'm not going to lie. Right when they were talking about that new thing that's breaking out all over the country because of the lettuce. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, some sort of, I don't know what to call it, but it's some sort of stomach bug, I guess, but it's affecting lots of people. And I was thinking, I might have that. But it took me a few days, and I got over it.
Well, all right. Well, we're going to take a break. Summer, let us know what your final plans are for the summer. We'd like to continue that discussion throughout the show today. We'll talk about it if we see some things coming in. Autumn, I like what she said. Summer, in quotes, is a relative term. If you were talking about weather, we still have sweat timber and hot-tober to deal with.
No kidding.
Well, we'll take a break, friends, as we continue on this morning. 8:13 your time. We'll keep it right here on Spirit 94.3. Stay locked in. News you can use. It's very important news you can use. You won't get it anywhere else except here on Good Morning Huntsville. And Jason does extensive work throughout the week getting this prepared. In fact, it's number 2 right next to his sermon, preparing news you can use.
Absolutely.
We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Well, it's that time of the week where all of you have been patiently waiting, wondering what is going on around me. And live from Bat Capital USA, 2.1 million. We're going to throw in an extra number there, Jason. It's time for the coveted news you can use with Pastor Jason Bay. Take it away, brother.
All right, Rob, it's good to be here on this day. And today, by the way, is World Snake Day.
Oh, my mom would love this episode.
Does your mom like snakes?
No, she hates them, and I go up behind her and I always go, and she gets mad at me.
On this World Snake Day, a recent survey found that only about 3% of men are afraid of snakes.
I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah, I think that probably 3% of men say they're not afraid of snakes. 97%. You think 97% of men, if there was a snake that came into this room right now, would just be chill with it?
I mean, I wouldn't be cool with it, but I wouldn't scream.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. What would you do if one came? Would you like go to the corner of the wall? I mean, what would you do? You know,
I'll try to catch it.
Yeah. The snakes that are weird to me, the rattlesnakes, obviously, but the second one are the coral snakes.
Oh,
the
yeah,
red.
Yeah.
But I've learned that there's only been 1 or 2 deaths. You know, there's this thing that if they get you, you'll die. But the problem is they're scared of people, and recorded since they started recording this in the 70s, only 1 or 2 people have ever died from those snakes. Mm-hmm. And people always, oh my, get away, red and yellow kill a feller. Well, obviously not really, because there's only been 1 or 2.
Not very aggressive, are they?
Nope.
Well, here's some lesser-known facts for World Snake Day, Rob. Did you know that snakes hear with their jaws? Snakes do not have external ears or eardrums, meaning they are mostly deaf to airborne sounds. However, they aren't living in total silence. They detect low-frequency vibrations through their jaw bones, which transmit those sound waves directly to their inner ears. So there you go with that.
So you can hear with your jaw.
Yep.
That's why some people clench their jaw, because they're listening to you.
That's right. They don't have eyelids. If you ever felt like a snake was winning a staring contest, it's because they can't blink. Instead of eyelids, they have a single transparent scale called a brill, which means glasses in Germany, protecting each eye. These scales are shed along with the rest of their skin. They smell in stereo. Snakes use their iconic forked tongues to collect chemical clues from the air. When the tongue retracts, it inserts into the Jacobson's organ in the roof of their mouth. Because the tongue is split, it can detect which side has a stronger scent concentration, allowing the snake to navigate towards prey.
Now, I got a whole problem with all this real quick, though,
All right,
Jason.
yeah, let's hear it.
The problem that I have with all of this is, how do they know? You can't talk to a snake and ask them these questions. So how do they know that the tongue is involved in the smell?
Rob, this is years and years of study on snakes. So you have to take the expert's word for it.
I guess, man. To me, it sounds theoretical.
Their scales have the sensitivity of fingertips. Despite looking armor-plated and tough, a snake's scales are highly sensitive. Each individual scale contains mechanoreceptors that are roughly as sensitive to touch as and texture as human fingertips.
But a fingertip really isn't that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you cut your fingertip, it doesn't hurt as bad as if you cut your arm.
Yeah, you ever know? I've always wondered. You know, they say that your fingertips are sensitive. Then, if the fingertips are sensitive, then why do they, when they want to take blood, a small sample of blood, why do they poke your fingertip?
Yeah.
You know, you ever seen those things?
Oh, yeah.
They poke it and then
Yeah,
they
like
squeeze.
the diabetes, the glucose testing used to do that.
Yeah. I'm thinking, wow. Take it somewhere else. If that's the most sensitive place,
I don't think it is. They say that, but I don't feel that.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The world's smallest snake is as thin as spaghetti. The Barbados thread snake is the smallest known species in the world. Fully grown adults max out at about 4 inches long and are so incredibly narrow they can slip through a standard pencil sharpener.
I wonder if they're poisonous.
I doubt it. I
Yeah,
mean,
probably not.
probably not. Did you know, Rob, that 93% of us buy this every month? Think about this. 93% of us buy this every month. What is it? A pizza. Do you buy at least one pizza a month?
I probably bought 5 or 6 this month because with those shifts Bridget's been on, I'm like, what am? And you know what I've discovered is Little Caesars, man, and the pizza is not that. I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying it's quick, it's cheap.
Yeah. We rely on that pretty often.
And remind me this, because I don't want to interrupt your news you can use, but remind me to circle back about something to do with fast food, because I do have something I want to ask you.
This is what it's all about, Rob. I mean, with fast food, it always gets a primary spot on news you can use.
I'm going to go ahead and let you know about this. So there was a viral, I don't like how they call it life hacks. You know, when did that phrase? That's another one of those make something out of nothing.
I'm with you on this.
It's not a hack. You know, it's just something you do.
And these life hacks, some of them are just so ridiculously simple or stupid. It's
Well, apparently a dad that had some children, 4 or 5 children, or 4 and 5 in his family, he discovered a cheap way to eat at Chick-fil-A. Okay? He buys the 35. Did you hear about this? He buys the 35 count nuggets, and those are whatever. They're not much. And then I didn't realize you can buy the butter. I didn't realize the buns were even buttered. I never even thought about it. So the buns on the Chick-fil-A sandwich are buttered. You can buy buttered buns for $0.25 a piece. So he is
$0.25 a piece.
Quarter piece. So 50 cents each for 2 pieces. He has discovered if you do that and buy the 35 count nuggets, you can make the chicken sandwich yourself cheaper than buying a bunch of chicken sandwiches. Kind of a smart idea, right? He said, hey, $45, I can feed my family of 4 or 5 or whatever. I thought that sounds great. Yesterday,
You tried it.
No, I was going to, but I decided no, because we just had it the other day, and I have strategically started to go to get food before I pick up the children. Because if they're with me, then they have too many choices that they want to make, and then they get upset and they change their mind right before. No, Daddy, I wanted chocolate milk instead. And so I have to politely ask before we drive out, hey, can I swap this for a chocolate milk? So I've just decided I'm just going to go without them, and you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Well, I knew that Braylon had been wanting Wendy's, so I went to Wendy's. I got Bridget an Asiago chicken sandwich, pretty good sandwich, a lot of things on it. I got a large spicy chicken sandwich with fries and a large grape Powerade. That's the only place you can get grape Powerade in town, and it's good. I got 2 kids' meals and 3 small Frosties. Quite a bit of food, right? You know how much I paid for all that?
How much?
It was $42. So I'm sitting there thinking I got more of a variety of food and dessert. And this guy's life hack that's going viral, people think it's the greatest thing on earth, and I just fed my family of 4 for less than what he's paying for his life hack.
Yeah, well, I beat him to this, Rob.
You know all about this.
Yeah, so this life hack that he has discovered, I discovered a long time ago, but not with Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A is notoriously more expensive. Now, I like it, but it is more expensive. So
you're paying for the politeness.
Here's what we do. We go to Chicken Express. We order the biggest thing of chicken strips, a couple dozen rolls. Man, you got all the little roll sandwiches you can eat. You just stick the roll, put the chicken strip in there, and you
little sliders.
Little sliders, and the kids love it. And now where they get you, here's where they get you, is on the drinks. When you buy 12 drinks, then all your savings is out the window.
I do have a confession to make that is not good, but I did get caught and I quit doing it. This was when I was young. This isn't when I was older. I was the guy growing up, the kid, the teenager in high school,
the bad teenager
that would say, "Can I get a water cup?"
Oh, Rob, you ruined it for everybody.
And you know what I did?
Yes, you ruined it for everybody.
And I did get caught one time.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize at the time. I didn't think about that stealing. And never again did I do that. But I was. And so now anytime I ask for a water cup, I make sure to tell them we really are going to get water. Because I still feel so guilty about that. Yeah, I didn't do it much. Maybe like 10 times growing up. But still.
Kids and parents, did you know, this is right along what we talked about just a minute ago. Kids and parents argue about food on average twice a week.
Yes. Oh yeah, every day. It's not twice a
That's
week.
what I was going to
It's
say.
every single day.
This seems
with us.
way low.
We were arguing this morning. Braylon, I said, hey, do you want a yogurt? No, I want a banana. I gave her a banana. No, I want the yogurt. Okay, so I switched it back. And then she goes, I want both. So we were arguing this morning about
I
it.
think it's every day.
We get in the car. Caden, for some reason, grabbed a popsicle and was eating it halfway out. I said, son, it's in the morning. And guess what he said? I gave the banana to Braylon in the car. He goes, I want a banana. I said, too bad. We're already halfway down the street. You should have got one earlier. So yeah.
See, I think Rob, that this is probably the number one thing that parents argue with their kids about is food, because we have this every day. Kim goes into the trouble of making a meal, and then one of them, I don't like this. I want something else. Can you make me a grilled cheese sandwich instead? Can you make me a quesadilla?
Does she give in, or she said too bad?
A lot of times she gives in.
Yeah,
And she
same.
spends
I
we're
do
all
it.
eating, and she's spending her time
Cooking.
cooking something else, a whole nother meal for another one. Which brings me to the next did you know? The average person now gets gray hairs 4 years sooner compared to 40 years ago.
I had gray hair in my late 20s.
No, man, your hair is black.
No, trust me. When
Look at mine. Mine is just solid gray now.
Oh, I thought you were using that new Just for Men touch of gray.
To make your hair grayer. Just what people are looking for.
touch of gray.
No, I'm using the other one, Max Gray.
No gel required. It just happens. No, I literally, I mean, mine looks like it's dark, but when I had a haircut last week, you can see whenever you're wearing that black robe.
Yeah. That's
Man,
an eye opener.
It was covered in. I said, "Where's all that hidden?" And I asked the lady. I said, "Do I have gray hair?" She goes, "Yeah, you have quite a bit." But you couldn't notice it.
Man.
It's hidden under there.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
Touch of
And that brings me to the next one, Rob. According to Cosmopolitan, 1/3 of all women have dyed their hair blonde at least once in their lifetime. Your wife
Yeah,
dyed?
she has.
Yeah.
But she's kind of natural.
Yeah,
She has like the natural blonde and brown kind of mixture, but she has done that. Yeah. I did it one time. Like, I used to do my hair kind of like yours, and I would have it a little bit spiked up front, and I had the tips of it.
Oh yeah, I
like
did that years and
the
years
old
ago.
school-
Yeah,
the
the
old
kids make
school,
fun of
yeah.
me because I have pictures of that. Like when I first got married, that was the in. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
in. And I try to tell them that, but they don't believe.
They don't
me.
understand.
Frosted tips.
Yep.
They give me a hard time about that all the time when they see old pictures. Cosmo also says that 41 is the average age most of us start taking vitamins. Do you take vitamins?
No.
Yeah.
Do you? I need to.
No, I don't take vitamins. I probably should, but some I've heard some say that vitamins. If you just take like a multivitamin, now if you take specific vitamins, but if you take like a multivitamin, it typically makes you more hungry, and that's the last thing I need. Travel and Leisure magazine has just announced the winners of their 31st annual World's Best Awards. And I thought of you when they named these awards, Rob, because they've named San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, as the best city in the world. And I thought, I wonder if Rob is visiting San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. Allende.
No.
San Miguel de Allende, Mexico, as the best city in the world. You visiting there? You're headed out to Mexico, what, next week?
Yeah, we're going to Playa.
Which is beach. Yeah.
Playa del Carmen Paradisus. They're going to make
Paradise.
Paradise. Yeah. And then can I say something about this real quick? I don't want to get in trouble.
No. That's why I brought it up, Rob. When I saw Mexico, I said, this is the question.
You know that I'm not.
All I got to do is push the button or the first domino, and the rest just takes care of itself.
I'm doing this because I love my wife.
This is a public service announcement. here.
PSA. Men, do what your wife wants to do. Okay. If it wasn't for her, I have no desire to go on this vacation. Zero. It's not because of anybody else or I just don't want to go. I don't like leaving. I've only taken 2 vacations in my adult life for a reason. Because I like to be doing things. I don't like idle time. And in fact, when I go, guess what? I'm bringing my computer, and I'm bringing this, like one of these with me, I'm bringing some of this stuff. Mm-hmm. Why? because I'm not just going to sit around and sit there. I have to be doing something. I find out last night that some family members have upgraded their experience. So,
Oh, Rob, please take a journal with you and let's journal this vacation. And bring that journal back, and we'll go through it day by day. It'll be a counseling session for you.
I've looked at this. They've upgraded their experience now to the concierge. And so now we're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole, in paradise, staying at the cheap part of the resort.
The one that has the bed bugs. That's the one you get. The 10 out back.
While some of the other family has butlers and their own private beach and this and I'm like, well, what are we doing? So yet again, I'm feeling cheap and I can't do it, So here we go. It was a $1,500 upgrade, and I was like, we don't got the money for that.
Shoot, they probably got a coffee maker in their room. That's probably the only difference.
No, and then the whole, the whole thing about this was I love my children, but I don't want to spend every waking moment with them when I'm on a vacation. I'd like for somebody else to hang out with them and enjoy the privilege of hanging out with my two little special children.
That's why you're there, Rob.
Yeah. So I'm looking at this, and the way that I read it last night, my heart sank. Because it said childcare provided for 5 and up. I said, wait a minute. I said, Bridget, you told me the whole time that there was childcare for babies all the way to, whatever.
Wait a minute.
So
that seems kind of 5 and up.
So my heart sank. Now, hold on. There's an end to this.
That's what I was going to say. There's got to be some catch.
My heart sank because I said, well, I guess I'm watching the kids all week.
Yeah, that's your job.
Thankfully, this was where AI got it wrong because it was a Google Gemini search result. After digging into it more, and here's what Gemini said. It said, childcare for infants, and they have to be like 18 months, which they're, and if you're going to have a brand new baby, don't leave your brand new baby somewhere. So it's 18 months to 4 years old. Gemini said you have to have the family concierge package to get that. And so I'm sitting here thinking, well, great. Now I'm finding out that other people are upgrading their experience, and here we are with the bottom of the totem pole bed bug experience. And we don't even get our children watched. But that was Gemini, got it wrong apparently, because I went to the website and it did not say anything about 18 months to 4 years old. Now, the other caveat to all this, I won't get into it, but let me just say that when we moved back to Huntsville, there was a good solid 10 months that I really didn't have any income coming in. Well, if you don't have income coming in and you have credit cards that are paid off, what do you think you do, Jason? Well, you have to pay your bills, right? So those credit cards got maxed out pretty quick, okay? So there's no opportunity for, and I've been paying down and paying them off, okay? But let me just say there's no opportunity for me to put anything else on a card.
Yeah.
And it's not a good idea, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Been there.
Well, now I find out, and it's nothing on any local institution because we have great people here in the community, but I get it for security. Now I'm starting to find out that my debit card, my Visa debit card, may not work where we're going because of some security things, and I have to call ahead. Well, they're only open Monday through Friday. I'm not knocking them. It's not their fault because what they do locally has been great. But I am now stressing out over, and here's the thing: you can't prepay for this hotel. You pay when you get there. So I'm starting to think, and I've saved up some money, and we have the money in the account to pay for this hotel room. But I'm starting to think, Jason, what's going to happen when we get there Saturday evening, and my debit card doesn't work? Now so what do I do? And so I asked somebody, well, you just need to go get a credit. I said, brother, I don't live in the no credit, don't sweat it mentality anymore.
No kidding,
because my credit is to the max.
Yeah.
So there ain't no getting a card for me to put it on.
I've been there.
So I'm nervous as all get out right now, Jason, worrying that when we get there that my card won't work, even though I've tried to take the precaution to pay for this whole thing.
Well, then you can just hop on the plane and, well, we tried.
Well, I'm sorry. And then as we're sitting there, all the other people, oh, we're going to our family concierge service.
Where's our butler?
Man,
Ding, ding, ding,
man,
ding.
as they're walking, they're getting their hands massaged, their elbows scrubbed.
You could be the butler, and you could say, "Hey, we'll work out a deal here. I'll be the butler. You give me the $1,500."
Brother, I'm not airing out my public here, but I'm just telling you, I have never been more stressed out about anything in my life than this trip, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I know we'll have a good time. But I'm just ready for the Saturday after next to get here.
I can tell you, as a man, and vacations sometimes can provide a lot of stress, and you want it to be where it's no stress. But with my family, I've experienced going on vacation sometimes can be very stressful. In my situation, I always kind of go into it with a positive attitude. But that doesn't speak of everybody in the car, Not Kim. She's always looks at the glass half full. But if one kid is in a bad mood, I mean, it didn't take long for everybody to get in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And then what they want to do, this is another thing that a warning is, they want to stay up late at night. And they want to stay up late at night, and then you've got things planned. You want to get up. I always get up and fix breakfast, and then so we can start the day off. But they're dragging, and they're in a bad mood because they stayed up till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, watching a movie or something, and it spirals really quick. So don't let it spiral on you, Rob. I'm not planting a seed of doubt in your mind here.
I don't want to do anything. I let my wife know they want to do some family photo. Well, guess what? Had to get clothes for that too. Here's the deal. Outside of that photo, I had respectfully informed my beautiful wife that I don't want to be told what to do, where to go. I said I would just like to relax.
So you're going to chill.
Yes, and I said I'll do the family photo. I'll do whatever. But I don't want to be on a schedule of we need to be here and do this and excursions. I guess there's some ruins you can go to. And I ain't going to some ruins in some foreign country outside of the place whenever it's 100 degrees outside. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go to some ruins and sweat?
I just thought about this, Rob. When they're visiting the ruins, they might just be coming over to visit your residence over there. Yeah. Here's the ruins. He didn't get the concierge package.
That's the excursion. Let's go to the other side and show you what you didn't get. Yeah. No, it's supposed to be a pretty. I am looking forward to and I'm really excited about my little ones. Braylon has been on a plane quite a bit because that was the time when I was up at Fargo. And we had, flown back and forth a lot. And she was a little tiny baby. She doesn't really remember it. So I am excited about the children because I never got that opportunity growing up. Like as a family, we never flew anywhere. It was too expensive. We never once flew as a family.
We went one time, Rob. We went one time to Mexico. We were doing a wedding for some people. And they invited us to come, and they paid for our way. And we got out there to this resort.
That would be nice. That other part you said.
Yeah. And it was nice getting out there. But I will say that the resort that we stayed at was all you can drink and eat, right? And there was people there. We were on the California side.
They were definitely taking up that offer.
Advantage of the offering. And let me just say, you wanted to be in your room at about 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well,
so
I'm all about the all you can eat. Though.
Yeah,
I'll hit up, and apparently I looked at this place has like 30 restaurants.
Yeah, and the one we stayed in, Rob. They literally had, and it might be this way at the one you're going to. They literally had alcohol on tap wherever you wanted to go, and then in your room, in the refrigerator, they had a refrigerator packed full of alcohol as well. And it was all after you paid for it, it was all free. So
it's like
these people are just at 8 o'clock in the morning are just barely standing up. So,
well, we're flying in on Saturday. I'll be back at church on Sunday, so you'll be able to tell. No, welcome in, everybody. I would not, trust me. That's when the last cruise that we went on, I always enjoy the food. And I eat way too much because it's all you can eat. Mm-hmm. And brother, I think I had about like 15 Dr. Peppers a day, and all the pizza, the hot, I mean everything, and then the food on those cruises though is really good.
Yeah.
I am thinking. I know I'm joking around. I mean, I am looking forward to this. It is stressful. I'm looking forward to it, but I think after I total up everything and having to take care of all these other things outside of just your plane tickets and paying for the hotel. I'm like, man, I would have much rather put. And I don't want to get in trouble saying this. Like, I'm not saying anything out of line with my family or my wife or anything. But I think next time, if we're going to spend that kind of money, let's put down a down payment on an RV trailer so we can just go once a month somewhere.
I
would love to do that.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, but I thought we were talking about that a few months ago because my son was going up to Dallas and he's doing an internship up there, and the rent is so expensive. We thought about purchasing an RV trailer at the time, and we would have done it if we could have afforded it. But and I told him, man, this will be the perfect answer to. He can go up there, stay in an RV park. Go to school. We found one that was reasonable that he could stay at. And then I thought, think about that for us. You can take that RV and go to the state park. And our kids really like the outdoors. So just being like outdoors. But the problem is when you go somewhere like to the state park or you go to the beach or you go to even Cagle Campground down there on Lake Conroe, they have RV hookups. Even if you go there, the first thing that they want to do is go to the bathroom. And the second thing they want to do is eat. So if you don't have a place to prepare meals or a bathroom, then you always run into that problem. But if you have an RV, it's right there with you. You can go and I told him this would be the perfect answer. And I'm still hoping that one day we'll be able to do that because it would make it's so unaffordable for us to go any place. And it's kind of a bummer in the summer because you want to go somewhere and you start calculating up how much it would cost. Okay, we want to just go down to Galveston, and you start calculating how much it would cost, and it's just not reasonable for us. But with something like that, it is something we could do because the kids don't care whether you go to a steak place, a place that has seafood, or you're eating hot dogs. They really don't care. And so, I'd rather serve the hot dogs because it's a lot cheaper. All right, moving on. Did you know, Rob, that the U.S. House passed a bill this week that would make daylight savings time permanent?
Oh, yes. I've been wanting to talk about this.
Removing the need to adjust clocks twice a year. So it says, call or write your senator because now it's up to them. Do you think this is going to pass, Rob?
Man, I hope and pray that this passes. And I hope that it is a bipartisan bill because everything now, we don't get political on this show, but the reality is everything is either left or right. This is something that affects everyone. And for years, and especially now as a dad, and maybe you can relate because you have a lot of children, this. As the children are older, it's a little bit easier, but the morning routine with little ones is so incredibly difficult because it's like Forrest Gump. You never know what you're going to get. But that time change, man, it takes months to adjust to it. And I've had people tell me, well, a couple of weeks leading into it, go ahead and make the change. The thing is, I shouldn't have to make the change. I think that this needed to be passed a long time ago, and I pray that it gets through the Senate and gets to the president's desk. I hope it's bipartisan. The clock adjustment, DST, it's antiquated. It's out of date. We don't need it anymore, and they just need to leave the time alone.
I agree wholeheartedly. I think it will pass. I think that we've been talking about it for some time now, and I think it's gotten to that point where it should be.
Was that hard on your family, like with the little ones, growing up? I mean, doesn't it mess up?
Yes, it does. It is always such it is always such a problem. And I love the daylight savings time, which is what they're going to stick to, is just keeping it on daylight savings time where you have more daylight. So sounds like a good plan. Hopefully they will adopt it. Call your senator and tell them to vote yes on this. All right, continuing with news you can use. When it comes to taking selfies, 50% of young women are the ones taking them. They take 3 selfies a day. Now, I know, Rob, you have to take selfies for, the line of work that you're in. But
that's just an excuse.
22% of people say getting likes is the main reason for taking so many selfies. 27% of young women delete selfies within minutes if they haven't gotten enough likes on social media. 20% of women post suggestive pics to make an ex-partner regret ending their relationship. 10% of young women or young adults store at least 150 selfies on their computer and smartphone. 50% of women say taking an attractive selfie boosts their mood when they are feeling down. I think that tells us a lot about our society that we are so hung up on ourselves to have to get approval for ourselves through social media and the way that we look.
I mean, I've always had the attitude, Jason, of, and I don't want to say this like in a negative way, but I don't care what people think. But at some level, you do have to care a little bit about what people, a little bit. You have to care that you want to be presentable. I'm saying it like that. But if somebody, what I'm getting at is if I know that I'm dressed nice and if I have a professional thing that I'm going to, and I know that if I've done everything that I can to be professional and somebody still looks at me and says, look at that guy, I don't care. I could care less. We do need to take care of ourselves and do all that. But at the end of the day, quit worrying about what everybody else thinks. That doesn't mean that you can just do it, just slop around.
Yeah.
But quit worrying about what other people think about you.
And I think that leads to depression is what it does, because you're so hung up on what other people think about you. All right, I'm going to end the news you can use this morning with a little bit of trivia.
Okay.
And I've selected some trivia questions out of this list that I think that you have a pretty good chance of getting, Rob.
Okay.
I've tried to tailor it to the Rob trivia. And anybody else out there listening, listen in and try to guess these answers. Which athlete was turned into a crying meme after an emotional speech at his Basketball Hall of Fame induction?
I don't know, probably LeBron James.
No. Earlier than that. Crying meme after an emotional speech at the Basketball Hall of Fame induction.
No idea.
Michael Jordan.
Really?
You don't remember that meme?
No.
What is the most used spice in the world? What is the most used spice in the world?
Oregano?
No, this is a spice that you may use every single day.
Pepper?
Yes, black pepper.
Okay.
In the movie Elf, what's the name of the department store that Buddy works in?
Oh, man, I don't remember.
Gimbals.
That's it, yeah. I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah, that is a good movie. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. How many weeks are there in a year?
52.
Which planet is known as the red planet?
Mars.
Good. What's the world's largest ocean?
Indian?
Nope.
Atlantic?
Nope.
Pacific?
Yes.
There's only 4.
All right. In which film does the song Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins play prominently?
Oh, I can't remember.
Danger Zone.
Yeah, no, I just can't remember.
Top Gun.
Okay, yeah.
Which 1991 hit song by Nirvana became an anthem for the grunge movement? Remember any Nirvana songs?
I know Nirvana. I just don't know the names. So give me a hint.
It's a deodorant.
I can't. I don't.
Smells like Teen
Oh
Spirit.
yeah.
Smells
Okay.
like Teen
Okay.
Spirit. Which number also means to kill somebody? This was in the news lately.
187.
86.
86. Why did I say 187? Well, 86 is, they use that in the food industry.
Really?
Yeah, they'll say like 86 the onions.
Yeah.
187 in police chatter's homicide. That's why I thought of 187.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, you're on top of this. All right, here's some unusual nicknames for states. Tar Heel State.
North Carolina.
Very good. Now this one might be a little harder. Bread and Butter State.
Bread and butter. I've heard of this one before.
Minnesota.
Oh yeah, the Land O'Lakes. That's what Land O'Lakes is their brand
of butter.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Land O'Lakes.
Didn't think about that. Goober State.
Goober. Mm-hmm. I have no idea.
Georgia.
That sounds like it. you goobers.
Salt of the Earth State.
Utah.
Kansas.
Oh, Kansas.
Close.
Huh.
Let's see. Nutmeg State,
No idea.
Connecticut.
Huh.
The Show Me State.
Show me Idaho?
No, Missouri.
Missouri.
Volunteer State.
That's Tennessee.
Beehive State. You said this one earlier. Beehive State.
I already forgot.
Utah.
Okay.
There you go.
Huh.
There's some news you can use on July 16th.
What's the
2000.
move out of me state?
California.
Oh, there you go. It's news you can use. Extended version, very important news.
There you go.
You can use. Real quick, we did have a graphic pop up here. It's the official Jason Bay. Let's see if it'll work here. Trying to get it to work, Jason. The official. Oh, man. There we go. No, it didn't show up, Jason. Hold on.
Oh, it did for a second.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, man. Give me 1 second here, Jason.
No problem. While you're doing that, let me go over the top box office week, ending this week. Number 1 at the movie theaters, Moana.
Oh, is that that's the new one?
The live action
yeah.
one, yes.
Are y'all going to go see that one?
I don't know. We did see the next 2, though. That's why I wanted to mention this. Number 2 is Minions and Monsters, making $20.5 million over the weekend for a total of $108.2 million. Minions and Monsters. We saw that on my son's birthday, which was a couple days ago. So, and then number 3, still making lots of money, Toy Story 5.
I ended up liking that movie.
$18.5 million for a total of $403.7 million it has grossed over the last few weeks. So there you go. That's the top 3 at the box office in this week.
And there we go. There's your graphic. Another summer bummer. Jason Bay.
That's right.
New sermon series on Sunday. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely. I want to say one thing before we move on, though, Rob. We're talking about saying prayers. Say a special prayer today for a very special young lady who's headed probably right now in the car with her mother to take her driving test.
Oh,
this
is
morning.
it
Lily?
Lily.
Lily is on the way to take her driving test this morning. So watch out, all you drivers near Madisonville, because that's where she's headed. Look out for Lily on the road over there, and say a special prayer that she passes her driving test, and say a special prayer for us if she doesn't pass her driving test.
This is why, one of the restaurants over there near y'all's house closed down a couple of years ago. They were anticipating this, and they prepared in advance.
Yeah, that's right. Do you remember taking your driving test?
I took it. Yes, because I did it with my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, you got.
He was a hard teacher too, man.
Yeah,
Golly, he was tough.
Did you have to take it the official test?
Only the written. The driving I could do with him, and he graded it.
Well, why don't they do that anymore? They quit that or what?
I don't. Do they do it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why is she having to go to?
I had to do the written test, but
DPS office or whatever it is.
I did the written at the DPS office, but the driving, my dad just wrote off on it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, that would be nice if they did that. If they still did that,
They probably do.
Well, we need to look into it.
Yeah.
Because we practiced last night parallel parking.
Nice.
In our front yard. So.
Yeah, my dad, boy, he's. Well, you better get it right. You better get it right. You better get. I mean, he was a tough teacher.
Really.
And it made me a great driver. Although a couple of weeks ago, not so much. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll wrap it up when we come back. As we are here, we're going to go back to music and programming on Spirit Radio. You guys have a blessed day. Head over to social media as we wrap up the show. We want to give you some updates on what's going on. We'll wrap it up in a moment. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville here on a very Thankful Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be right back after this.
At At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
This harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friend, Rob Hipp here. I want to take a moment and brag on my friends at Elliott's Jewelers. If you're celebrating a milestone anniversary, they have a beautiful 14-karat yellow gold past, present, and future diamond ring that really tells the story right. There's 3 natural diamonds. They represent where you've been, where you are, and what's still ahead together. And that's what I love about Elliott's. They're not just helping you to buy jewelry, they're helping you mark an important moment in your life and help to make memories. And if maybe that specific ring, it's not the one for you, well, they have a large selection to help you find something that fits your story. Hey, go to their website. You can set up a private appointment online. It's elliotsjewelers.com. The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
All right, friends, back at it, 8:59, and just clicked over actually to 9 o'clock as we are here on Good Morning Huntsville. Thanks for hanging out with us. Big shout out, by the way, to Elliot's Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs. Go by and see my great friend Elliot Herzlich. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com by appointment only. Also, we want to give a special shout out to First Baptist Church, a harbor of hope here in Huntsville, 1229 Avenue J, right downtown. Come visit us. We'd love to see you and your family here at First. Always welcoming anyone who just wants to be here. We'd love to see you Sundays at 10:45. Come for the worship. There's a lot more going on at church. We don't want to overwhelm you too much, but just come for the worship, and you'll experience how the Lord is working in such a powerful way here at First. And then, of course, a big thank you to Huntsville Memorial Hospital for health care here in Walker County. HMH, they're the go-to right off 45 here in Huntsville. We appreciate their support and helping us to make this stream possible. Their website, HuntsvilleMemorial.com. Here with Pastor Jason. And Jason, a lot going on. The Dare to Be a Daniel sermon series continues on, and it's been a great series. I know we had a little bit of a break because of the 4th of July and VBS Sunday and a lot of different things, but resuming that sermon series this past Sunday. Let us know a little bit about how this past Sunday went, and then what the people can expect this Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. We're continuing it this Sunday. It'll be a great Sunday. You've heard the expression probably before, the handwriting on the wall. Well, that comes straight from the Bible, and it comes straight from Daniel, where the Lord tells the king through the little literal handwriting on the wall that his time is up. And so we're going to look at that this Sunday. I know it'll be a great Sunday to be a part. We also have some more baptisms this Sunday, which is exciting. So it's going to be a great day to be in the house of the Lord.
Awesome. Well, we are excited about everything that's going on here at First. And Jason, I talked about the summer earlier, but I feel like our foot never lets off the gas pedal. And I'll tell you something, and I want this to be encouragement to anybody out there, is always be mindful that there are people listening and watching and seeing what you're doing. And what you're doing can be an encouragement to somebody else. I had somebody the other day. In fact, I had a 30-minute phone call with a lady yesterday, and she wants to be more involved with the radio station and wants to help out with a few things. And she just said, and I hadn't talked to her in a while, and she runs an organization here in town, and she just said, I see what the Lord is doing through Spirit Radio, and I see your posts, and she goes, just know it's making a difference. And then Tyler Fordyce, I'm not saying this with anything to say, look at what I'm doing, but Tyler had said the other day that he and Bella were out, and he just felt compelled to pray for somebody, and he said that he saw how I did that, and he said, man, that's inspired me, and it kind of brought me to a tear, because we never realize the things that we are doing, how they're not only investing in somebody else, Jason, but how those investments we're making in other people are also making a difference in people that we don't even know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's just we're called to scatter seed and make an impact, and we never know how that testimony is going to affect other people. But yeah, I mean, continue to do what the Lord's called you to do. Pray when He convicts your heart, and follow His lead.
Yeah, we'll do that, and it's going to be a great week, Pastor. So anything else before we wrap up?
Well, I did want to address one issue that was brought up last segment about the driving test, Rob.
Okay.
So I've done a little bit of research, and we may be in questioning Rob's driver's license here.
Oh, no. Because, see, I'm starting to have PTSD. I already have the dreams that I didn't graduate high school. Now I'm thinking that my driver's license is false.
So it says, according to the Texas drivers whatever, that in Texas driver must be at least 16 years old. They must have a learner's license for at least 6 months. They must complete an approved teen driver education course, which can be taught by the parent, but the actual driving test currently has to be taken with the Texas DPS examiner at the DPS office, or you can take it with a state-authorized third-party testing school that has been certified, that has a certified road test examiner. Now, several years ago, back in the 1990s to the early 2000s, from June 1st, 1992 until the mid-2000 Texas generally did not require an in-car driving test by DPS for the first-time Class C driver's license applicants who successfully completed an approved driver's education course. So there was that window from 1992 to the mid-2000s is when you got your driver's license, Rob, where you didn't have to take it with a DPS office or a certified driving instructor. So for those of you that are thinking, well, you don't have to do it, it says currently you do, but you used to not have to from June 1st, 1992 into the mid-2000s. You didn't have to, but currently you do.
So that's how I got away with it.
That's why you fell into the window.
Yes, finally something that's like favorable, as far as that goes. So, well, hey, get out there today, make a difference, friends. We appreciate all of you. A fun show, always a great time. Join us tomorrow as we will have Ray Burgess. He's very active with Sam Houston State University, and also always an honor making his third appearance here on the show. Our great friend, head football coach Phil Longo of the Bearcats will be here with us tomorrow. They're going to give us some updates on an upcoming auction on August the 1st at the Walker County Fairgrounds. You definitely want to be on the show tomorrow. Always great to hear from our friends at Sam Houston and the wonderful work that our university is doing. So join us tomorrow. Billy Cawthon and I will have you entertained starting at 7:30 in the morning. My wife is not working tomorrow, so 7:30. If my dad said the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, we will start at 7:30 tomorrow.
Watch those creeks.
That's right. Otherwise, you'll see the writing on the wall. That'll wrap it up as we end every show reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. We'll see you back at it tomorrow, 7:30. Have a blessed day, everyone. See you, Jason.
All right.